The biggest mistake I made at 18 wasn't partying too much or skipping classes. It was completely misunderstanding credit cards. Like most teenagers, I thought credit cards were just plastic debt traps. Today, I run a successful business and have a 750 plus credit score at 20 years old. The difference? Understanding 8 crucial credit secrets that transform my financial life, and I'm going to share every single one of them with you today. But here's what's crazy. Most people get these completely wrong, even financial experts on YouTube. In fact, the first secret I'm going to share with you actually goes against what most banks are going to tell you about payment dates. Before we dive in, let's be very clear. This isn't about getting rich quick or gaming the system. These are proven strategies that I wish somebody had taught me at 18 years old. Strategies that could have helped me save thousands of dollars in interest and years of building credit history along the way. The best part is you can start implementing these today, even if you are completely new into credit. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Lesson number 1, your payment due date is not what you think. The most critical thing I wish somebody had told me about credit cards is that understanding how payment dates actually work. Most people think that you just need to pay by the payment due date, but there's a whole game being played behind the scenes that dramatically impact your credit score. 3 critical dates to know: opening date, statement closing date, and your payment due date. Let me show you why this matters. Your statement closing date is when your credit card companies report your balances to the credit bureaus. This means that if you have a $5,000 limit and spend $4,000 but pay off $3,500 before your statement closing date, your $500 will get reported, showing 10% utilization instead of 80%. This simple timing hack can boost your score up by 20 to 30 points. The real pro strategy here is to pay off 90% of your balance before the statement closing date. Let a small amount report and then pay that off by the payment due date. This shows both credit usage and responsible payment behavior. Lesson number 2, you don't need a perfect credit to start at 18. I was terrified of credit cards because I thought that you need an amazing credit score to get it started. This couldn't be farther from the truth. This misconception stops so many people and young people from starting the credit early. These are the best starting options. Secure credit cards. Put down a security deposit that becomes your credit limit. The great thing about these is that almost anybody gets approved, and many graduate to regular credit cards within 1 year. Second is your student credit cards. If you're in college, these are golden opportunities. They often give you lower approval requirements and some even offer rewards. And third, being added as an authorized user. This is a hidden shortcut I wish I'd know about. Getting added to a parent's long-standing credit card can give your credit score an immediate boost by inheriting their payment history. Lesson number 3, credit utilization is king. 30% of your credit score. This is where most young people mess up, including myself when I first started. Credit utilization is literally how much of your available credit you are using, and it's huge for your credit score. The traditional rule is keep your utilization under 30%. Example, if your credit limit is $1,000, you want to stay below $300. But here's what nobody tells you. There are actually optimal utilization tiers. 1 to 9% being the best possible score impact, 10 to 29% still excellent, 30 to 49% starts hurting your credit score, and 50 plus significantly damages your score. These are a couple advanced strategies that I've learned. First being requesting a credit limit every 6 months. Second, make multiple payments throughout the month. Third, use the AZO method. All 0 except 1 for maximum scores, which is paying all your credit cards off except 1. Leave a small balance from $20 to $30 on a card. Can boost your score up to 15 to 20 points. Lesson number 4, multiple credit cards are not bad. One of the biggest myths I wish I hadn't believed is that having multiple credit cards ruins your credit. In reality, having several credit cards can actually improve your score, but there's a strategy in doing it right. This is the best strategic building timeline. Start with 1 credit card and use it responsibly for about 6 months. After 6 months of payment history, you want to request a credit limit increase as soon as possible. 12 months later, you want to start looking for a second credit card. You want to make sure to space additional card applications every 6 months apart. Here's what most people don't tell you about multiple cards. It's not just about having more credit. Each card can serve a specific purpose in your credit building strategies. For example, 1 card for building credit history, another one for maximizing rewards in specific categories, a backup card for emergencies, different cards for different perks. The key is to being strategic about which credit cards to get and when. Don't just apply for every credit card you see. Each application creates a hard inquiry on your credit report and drops your score. Lesson number 5, late payments stay forever. Almost. This is probably the most important lesson I learned, and fortunately I learned this on and not the hard way. A late payment stays on your credit report for 7 years. 7 years. Prevention strategies that I use now is set up autopay at least minimum payments, keep 1 month's payment in checking account, and set multiple reminders on your calendar, on your phone, and on your email. You also want to download card issuer app for notifications. The secret that many do not know is that if you make a late payment, call your card issuer immediately. Many will waive off that late fee and even keep it from your report to the credit bureaus. But this only works if you catch it quickly. Lesson number 6, annual fees can actually save you money. I used to automatically reject any credit card with an annual fee. Now I know better. It's not about whether a card has a fee or not. not. It's about whether you get more value than what you pay. Real value calculation. Card with a $95 annual fee offers 6% cash back on groceries, spending $500 a month on groceries. Annual grocery reward is $360. Net profit after fee is $265. Hidden benefits often worth more than the fee is purchase protection, extended warranty coverage, primary rental car insurance, airport lounge access, TSA pre-check/global entry credits, and trip cancellation insurance. Lesson number 7. Credit mixture really matters. Nobody told me about credit mixture when I first started, but it accounts for over 10% of your credit score. Having multiple types of credit shows lenders that you can handle various financial responsibilities. Optimal credit mixture: 2 to 3 credit cards, which is revolving credit, 1 installment loan, which is a student loan or a car loan, maybe a personal loan or a mortgage later. But here's the important thing: never take out a loan just to improve your credit mixture. The interest you'll pay is not worth a small score improvement. Instead, let your credit mixture develop naturally as you go through life. Lesson number 8. Protect your credit age. Your first credit card is like your credit score's foundation. The longer that you keep it open, the better your length of credit history will be, which is 15% of your credit score. Even if you outgrow your first credit card, keep it open with no balance. Use it once every few months to avoid them canceling for no activity, and put a small recurring bill on it to set up auto pay and not worry about the card at all. If this card has an annual fee, call and request a retention offer, and you can also even request a product change to a no annual fee card. Only close as an absolute last resort. Think of your first credit card like vintage wine. It only gets more valuable with age. My first credit card from high school is now my oldest account, and it's a major factor into my high credit score today. Remember, credit building is a long-term game. The decisions that you make at 18 will still affect your credit score whenever you're trying to buy the house at 30 years old. You want to take it seriously, but do not stress about it being perfect. Just focus on building good habits early on. Now, before you click away, there's actually one more credit hack that I did not mention that can boost your score by 50 points in less than 30 days. But that deserves its own video alongside my complete guide on which credit cards to apply for first and exactly when to apply for them. If you want to skip years of credit mistakes like I made and learn how to build perfect credit from day one, hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.